What do you get when you mix pure speed, quiet confidence, and the kind of focus that could slice through steel? You get Akani Simbine in the 100-meter final at the 2025 Adidas Atlanta City Games.
Championships. Now he's here individually trying to win this 100 meters for the men. Not pulling away just yet, but now on the second half of the race he begins to drive away, and he gets himself a win here in Atlanta, and that one is going to be fast as well, 9:86.
What's the win? Win is just over the
Championships. Now he's here individually trying to win this 100 meters for the men. Not pulling away just yet, but now on the second half of the race he begins to drive away, and he gets himself a win here in Atlanta, and that one is going to be fast as well, 9:86.
What's the win? Win is just over the
World Relays. How do you feel getting a lot of recognition for South Africa?
Hey man, I think it's recognition that is true. You know, it's not off of just air, but I'm really excited to be part of the recognition that is coming out of South Africa for sprinting, you know, and it's exciting to have a group that's coming after me, you know, and it pushes me as well as an athlete, you know, and I just want to get better, and I'm excited about the future of South African sprinting as well.
Talk us through your race, assess it for us.
It was an easy race. Like, I think today, because of the fact that there's no pressure today, like it's more about coming out and having fun. I had no stress, it's just coming out and running. You know?
How'd you like your start?
It was good. Happy with it.
In terms of execution, you talked about trying to be part of the chasing pack. There was nobody to chase this time around. How did you attack this race?
There's always someone to chase. It's a line, you know. We all start at the same place, you know, so there's always someone that's gonna get probably a centimeter, 2 centimeters ahead or something, you know. But I know with my heat and my final, I was with that pack, you know. So for me, it's a good green go, but you know, I just need to watch the race again and see where I can improve on and where I can get better and what I can do to, you know, be better as the year goes on and the season goes on.
In the second half of the race, how aware are you of where all the other guys are?
Very aware, because then I can decide what I need to do. You know, like especially like with the heat, you know, I literally could see where everybody was from the start, you know, and I was just gauging myself with everybody. And I did the same thing in the heat, you know. It was more of, you know, just give a little bit more in the final and then just see where I'm at, and then after that to just try to see how fast I can run. But I don't even know what I ran, so
9:87.
Oh, crazy.
9.7?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Slightly windy though.
about a year ago, you still had the same sort of form. You were the best sprinter in the world around this time last year. But going into Paris, you came literally unstuck. What do you think has changed, and how do you hope to make amends for it ahead of Tokyo?
Well, it's just working, you know, and just trying to improve every step that I can improve on, you know. And I think for me right now, it's just putting a big piece of the race together with my race, and that's what we're doing, you know. As we know, it's a long season, so it gives me a lot of time to actually work on that as well. So looking forward to that, looking forward to the time that we get to work on the first phase of the running, but happy with where we're at right now and looking forward to getting better.
And guess what? This time, he didn't just show up. He showed out. Akani Simbine, ladies and gentlemen, crossed the finish line first, beating some of the fastest men on the planet and finally securing that top podium position in a major international sprint event. That's right, he won. He's the 2025 Adidas Atlanta City Games 100 meters champion, and if you blinked, you might have missed it, because he ran like a man who was chasing lightning. Let's talk about what this means, not just for Simbine, but for South Africa, for African sprinting, and for the entire track and field world. Because let's be honest, Akani has always been that guy. That nearly there, just off the podium, consistent top 5 finisher kind of guy. For years, he's been brushing up against greatness, always in the mix, but always just shy of that gold medal moment when it really counted. Olympic finals, check. World champs, check. Fastest African, pretty much always in the conversation. But gold, it's been elusive, until now. Atlanta lit up. The stadium was electric. Fans were on their feet. The lineup was packed with talent. World champions, Olympic medalists, American powerhouses with home crowd support, and dark horses ready to make a name for themselves. But when the gun went off, it wasn't noise or reputation or nerves that led the way. It was calm. It was confidence. It was controlled aggression in a pair of spikes. It was Akani Simbine. He didn't flinch. His start was crisp, clean, explosive, but not panicked. He stayed in his lane, literally and mentally, and when that final 30 meters came, the moment where races are won or lost, he didn't tighten up. He opened up. He found that second gear. The kind only elite sprinters know about, buried somewhere between instinct and muscle memory. And then, boom, tape snapped, hands in the air, South Africa had a winner. Now let's break this all down, because there's a lot more going on than just a stopwatch and a gold medal. First of all, Akani Simbine winning in the US, on American soil, against American sprinters, is a big deal. Why? Because track and field, especially sprinting, has always been one of those sports where American athletes dominate headlines, funding, and fanfare. From Carl Lewis to Justin Gatlin to Noah Lyles, the US has long been the epicenter of sprinting power. So for Simbine to come into Atlanta, into their backyard, and win, that's more than a race, it's a statement. Now let's rewind a bit and look at the journey that got him here. Because Akani's 2025 season didn't come out of nowhere. It's been building, quietly, steadily. He started the year strong, clocking consistent sub-10s. Not just once or twice, but back to back. He was putting up numbers in conditions that weren't always ideal. Headwinds, cool tracks, poor lane assignments. And still, he delivered. There were whispers, early in the season, that this might be his year. That something was different. His form looked cleaner. His starts were sharper. His top-end speed had more punch. And most importantly, his head was in the right place. You see, sprinting isn't just physical. It's deeply mental. You've got 9 to 10 seconds to perform under the most intense pressure. You're being watched by millions. Your competitors are inches away. One false start and it's over. One stumble and you're done. And for years, Simbine's biggest battle wasn't his legs, it was the weight of expectations. But not anymore. In Atlanta, he ran free. You could see it in his posture, in his smile, in the way he didn't immediately look left or right at the finish line. He knew. He owned it. He finally tasted the gold, and you better believe it was sweet. And South Africans, we went wild. Social media erupted. Memes, videos, street celebrations, everything. Because this wasn't just a win for Akani. It was a win for all the kids watching in dusty schoolyards and local club meets, dreaming that their legs could carry them to the world stage. It was a win for African excellence. For consistency finally being rewarded. For every near miss that now feels worth it. Let's not forget, Simbine has been carrying the torch for African sprinting for a while now. He's been the anchor of South Africa's 4x100 meters relay team, a mentor to younger athletes, and a symbol of discipline in a sport that often burns out stars as quickly as it makes them. And the beauty of it is, he's not done. Winning in Atlanta isn't the end. It's a spark. The rest of the 2025 season is still wide open, and Simbine is now the man to beat. With his confidence soaring and his technique peaking, he could take this momentum all the way to the World Championships later this year. And if you're wondering what's different about Akani in 2025 compared to previous years, it's maturity. He's no longer racing to prove himself. He's racing to win. His training has been smarter. His race choices have been strategic. He's been avoiding burnout, staying injury-free, and choosing quality over quantity. It's a veteran move. In interviews after the race, he was humble, as always. Thankful to his team, his fans, his family. No trash talk, no chest thumping, just quiet pride and a laser-focused mindset on what's next. And what's next might be even bigger. Because when an athlete like Simbine finds his rhythm, the track world pays attention. Sponsors, media, fans, they all lean in. And you better believe competitors are taking notes. They're studying his tape, they're analyzing his splits. Because they know what we know, Akani Simbine isn't just a finalist anymore. He's a champion. But beyond all the stats and splits and race recaps, here's what really stands out. Simbine's story is one of perseverance. In a world obsessed with overnight success and viral moments, Akani's career is a reminder that slow burning, consistent work pays off. That setbacks don't define you. That fourth place finishes, if you learn from them, are just stepping stones to first. So here's to Akani Simbine, 100 meters winner in Atlanta, South Africa's pride, and proof that sometimes the most satisfying wins are the ones that take the longest to arrive. And for every young athlete watching, the message is clear: keep going. Even when the headlines aren't about you. Even when you fall short. Because one day, with the right focus, with the right heart, you just might outrun the noise and win the race that really matters. Akani did, and the world watched.